Trenton 365 with Jacque Howard. Profiling the businesses, organizations, and people that make Trenton better.
Hello, friend, and welcome to the Trenton 365 show. I'm your host, Jacque Howard. You're listening over WIMG 1300, New Jersey's oldest radio station and the 3-time Stellar Award-winning gospel station. You can follow WIMG on Facebook and Twitter, WIMG 1300. And if you're watching over television, it's WPHY Channel 25, covering Mercer County, New Jersey, through the Verizon network. You can follow Trenton 365 on most social media platforms. On Facebook, Trenton 365 Show. On Instagram and Twitter, Trenton 365 and the numbers 365. And if you have an event like the one we're going to be talking about tonight, you can post that information to the Trenton 365 community calendar page and have that distributed free of charge. So without any further ado, I've got Audrey Walker here, and Audrey and I have had, I don't even know how many phone conversations we've had, and we've chatted briefly in person. But I'm stoked about what we're going to be talking about tonight. Most people know you can't get away from knowing that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in the United States. You see it all over the place, whether you're in a shopping store, looking for groceries, people wearing pink. There's lots of different events that are going on, and it's great for that awareness. And I'm glad that I got a chance to connect with you about this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're going to be talking about Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness's 10th annual 5K walk. And we're going to go over some of the details about the event, which is happening this Saturday at Cadwallader Park.
That's right.
Or you can go onto the website and check out some information. I encourage you to send an email, healingstreambca, like breast cancer awareness, at gmail.com. healingstreambca@gmail.com. So, let me back up here. Audrey Walker, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jacque. So glad to be here.
Yes, and so glad to see you here and to have you here. So let's share a little bit about your personal story and why you started or co-founded Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness.
Okay, well, I am a breast cancer survivor of 13 years. In 2004, I was first diagnosed with breast cancer. I went to the doctor and they told me I had something called calcifications across my breast. He immediately told me that I needed to have a biopsy. I had the biopsy. The biopsy returned where it was a pre-cancer. Wasn't cancer yet, but it was a pre-cancer. So he removed what he thought would blessed me to be okay, and I went home. A year later, I went to my GYN because fortunately, I do have my annuals on time. I do follow through with any diagnosis, and I went for my annual, and when I went for my annual the next year, my GYN said she felt another lump in the same area. I go back to the doctor. She sent me straight to my surgeon. I go back to the doctor. The doctor says, he was really kind of perplexed as to the fact that, because he thought that, I had caught it early and it was gone. But I asked him, I said, well, how does this happen? And he said, well, cancer is tricky. My idea there is, if you look at statistics in African American women, unfortunately, we get a more aggressive breast cancer than other women. So, when I went back, he removed the lump, and he said it was cancerous that time, total cancer. So then I had to go through the chemotherapy for 6 months. I also went through something called Herceptin for 1 year. It's like an intravenous. It's not like chemotherapy, but it eradicated whatever was left after the chemotherapy. And after that, of course, I lost all my hair. I wore a wig. I prayed a lot. Of course, my church was just tremendous in helping me through. My bishop and some of the prayer warriors there, a couple of friends. Of course, my husband was amazing, and my children. And I walked through it, I got through it, and here I am today, 13 years later, free of cancer.
Congratulations, and I'm glad that you are here, and I appreciate you talking about your support system and your support group.
Thank you.
Because I think a lot of times that kind of gets lost in the mix, and I'd like to encourage people to tell others what it means to be supportive and to edify others, because it's important. So thank you for sharing your personal story. You know, you touched on a couple of different things prior to coming on the air and also now, and early detection. I know that that's something that you think is critical for people to do, to get the examinations, to get their early detection, but also have your annual visits. Can you just elaborate on that a bit?
Absolutely. Early detection is key to a better outcome with breast cancer or with any cancer. Early detection, it causes you to, at some point, some people, they can have surgery, they can have that cancer cut out. And once you have it cut out, it's a better chance of it not spreading to other areas. So early detection with women, the first detection is you detecting it yourself. So women should do self-checks in the shower every month. They should self-check and get to know their breasts, know what their normal is. And then, because like myself, I found it myself. I actually felt my breast. I felt a little lump, and I went to the doctor that next Monday. I felt it on a Friday. I went to the doctor that Monday. So I actually found it myself, and then I had the mammogram that told more. But just from that self-check, which is very important for women, you should do that, and even men, you should do a self-check. And your outcome, I just can't say it any better, that it's just better. It's better. Even if you have to go through the chemo, if you have to go through all that, early detection is definitely better as far as you having a better outcome with the disease.
No, why do you think it is that people aren't self-checking? Is it just the stigma thing, or is it that, you know, we're just how culturally we're raised here to that's kind of like a taboo kind of thing?
I think basically it's because of lack of awareness, lack of accepting that this is something that you can really do for yourself to save your life. I think that it's because people don't really understand how this disease is really entering into our society in the United States. I read some statistics where only this year alone there's going to be like 270,000 women diagnosed with breast cancer. So that means with all of the science that we have, 270 women will be diagnosed. Now, I think it's like 40,000 of those women will die from breast cancer. And I believe the fact that you die from it, I believe it has a lot to do with ignoring the fact that you should check yourself. I mean, that's something that God gave us. He gave us hands and He gave us feelings. So we should use that to just love ourselves enough to check ourselves so that we can be here for our children, our husbands, our mothers, our sisters, our brothers. So.
And I think I love how you put that. You know, that this is something that we can do that can save our life.
Exactly. So
if we can't benefit anyone or anything, your job, your family, your friends, anything, if you're not here.
That's right.
Exactly. So it's important to be here so that you can do these things, and it can be a simple self-check. I'm speaking with Audrey Walker, who is the co-founder and director of Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness. And those of you who are watching on TV, you can see the card. And this is a reminder about the event that's coming up on Saturday, October 13th, 2018, with a rain date of Saturday, October 20th, the following Saturday. This is going to be a 5K walk and run, and this is going to benefit the organization. More information can be found by doing a search for Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness. You can also look on Facebook. This information will be on the Trenton 365 Facebook page, and you can send an email, healingstreambca, like breast cancer awareness, at gmail.com, or call 800-580-4738, extension 117, 800-580-4738, extension 117. So, Audrey, you're a survivor, and we're always supportive of you, of anyone who's surviving this, and you're welcome.
Yes.
And you talked about your support system. Now let's transition and talk about this event. Like, why do a walk? Like, it seems like, in your own words, why do a walk, run, etc.?
Okay. All right. Okay, first of all, the Healing Stream Ministry organization, it was formed by myself and another woman who had walked through breast cancer at my church. It was after our bishop, he prayed us through, he talked us through, he helped us through. He said once we got through and he had seen the whole transition, he said, well, he charged us to go and tell other women how we got through. So basically he charged us and then he just let us go. And we decided that that was the beginning of the Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness Organization. Now, today, fast forward, we have 12 women, compassionate, strong, smart Christian women who are just trying to sound the alarm in our community about breast cancer. In doing that, we were walking people through breast cancer, and we found that there were some real intimate needs that these women have. You have Susan G. Komen, you have Sister Network, you have all of those organizations who are bringing so much to the awareness of breast cancer. But the thing that we saw that was being missed was the small but big ticket items that women need when they're going through the disease. So we decided that, some of the things we do is we bring awareness, and via the walk is one way. We try to educate, and the intimate needs, that's something we focus in on. That's something that kind of sets us apart from the rest. Like the woman may need housekeeping. When you're going through breast cancer, it's not a whole lot that you can do because it will really take a lot from you. Women with children, single women, you may need housekeeping. So we have hired housekeeping services, and we ourselves have went and done some housekeeping for some of these women. We have taken women on days of beauty with their nails and their hair and their we take them to a 5-star restaurant. We give them rides in a limo, to make them feel beautiful. Another thing that we've done is, what else have we done?
It's more of because it's a ministry, it's also empowering.
Yes.
So it's actually meeting some of the needs of the women who are going through the treatment, battling this disease.
That's right. And so that will bring me to the walk. In doing these things, we realized that it was quite costly. And we are a nonprofit organization. So our organization, we only are funded through this, through sponsorship and fundraisers. So we sat around and we talked about it, and we said, you know what? A breast cancer walk being brought into our community, into our neighborhoods, to women who won't go to the Susan G. walk. I have been there. The Sister Network walk. I have been there. Now they have a Sister Strut walk in Philadelphia. But our city, Trenton, and the surrounding areas, Mercer County, I don't know of a walk. So I said, well, if we bring a walk to Trenton, number one, what it will do is we're raising awareness at this walk. Because we're going to talk about breast cancer. We're going to have survivors there talking to you about breast cancer. So that's the education part. Another thing that the walk do is it signifies exercise. And that's one thing that we really need. We need exercise every day like we breathe because it brings better health. So we'll exercise. We'll start with a walk, and maybe people will continue with that. And then the third thing, but not the least, is it will help us to raise funds in order to carry out our mission. So there goes the walk.
That's great. So we've got a couple of minutes before we're up on our first break. Speaking with Audrey Walker, who is the founder, co-founder, and director of Healing Screen Breast Cancer Awareness. And again, folks, those who are watching on TV will be able to see this card. It's a little small, but a copy of it will be up on the Trenton 365 networks, social media, etc., so that you can find out more about this. And I'm going to read some information off of here. Healing Screen Breast Cancer Awareness is 10th annual 5K walk and run, and the tagline is, "We can be the cure for sure. Feel something, see something, say something," with guest speakers who are breast cancer survivors. Pastor Leon Alexander, for those of you from White City, may actually know him as Bone Crusher. He is a family friend. Oh yeah, he's a longtime family friend. Pastor Bone Crusher, and Carol Johnson will be there. This is taking place on October 13th, 2018. We're going to be starting 8 a.m. Should be done by 2 p.m. There's a rain date of October 20th, 2018. It's going to take place at Cadwallader Park in Trenton. Registration fee is $30. If you get a team of 10 or more, registration is $25. And I encourage you to do that for a couple of different reasons. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on as well. There'll be vendors there, food, exhibitors, kids corner, face painting, bouncy house. More information is available by calling 800-580-4738, extension 117, and we'll give that information at least 2 more times before the program's over. You've been listening and watching the Trenton 365 show. We're up on a break, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, Sarah, I'm dropping you at Emily's, and Josh, you're going to soccer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, when I pick you up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, me and my short shorts doing my daddy dance. Your friends will love it.
No!
Well, I might change my mind if you buckle your seatbelts.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Whatever it takes, keep them safe. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
I'm not much of a dancer. Never have been. Not at weddings, not at concerts, not even when my favorite song is on the radio. But there's something about seeing exactly what I ordered arrive at my facility's door the day after I ordered it. That gets my foot a-tapping. That's why I love Grainger. With 99% of in-stock items shipping the same day they're ordered, they get us what we need when we need it. Which means we keep moving and I keep grooving. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to the Trenton 365 show. You can send me an email, trenton365show@gmail.com. trenton365show@gmail.com. In the studio with me is Audrey Walker. She's the co-founder and director of Healing Screen Breast Cancer Awareness. This nonprofit organization has its 10th annual 5K walk and run, which is going to take place this coming Saturday, October 13th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Cadwallader Park in Trenton, New Jersey. You can contact her or someone from the organization, 800-580-4738, extension 117. 800-580-4738, extension 117. I will be there, and those of you who are watching on TV, I'm rocking Enocan Fitness gear. Nacone Martin's a good friend of mine. She'll be on the show shortly. We're going to be talking about Enocan Fitness and everything that she's doing. But she asked me to come on and be a brand ambassador to talk about the organization of Enocan Fitness. And one of the things that we're doing is we're going to be at Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on Saturday. Now, we're looking to put together a team of people. So you save $5 if you do that. If you'd like to be a part of the Enocan Fitness team for this walk, all you have to do is send me an email, Trenton365show@gmail.com, or go to any social media site for Trenton365 or Enocan Fitness. Put your information in there. Someone will get back to you, and you'll get a little swag bag. You get a little T-shirt or whatever. We're going to hook you up. Enocan Fitness is going to have a specialty shirt for that day of the event. But I want to get back to the lady of the hour. So Audrey's here, and you know, you shared your personal story, and you shared about the importance of your family, your husband, your children, your pastor, other people in your life who've been supportive of you. I'd like for you to just elaborate on how important that was during that period of time that you were fighting cancer.
It was very important. What I found during that time is when you say you have cancer, there are some family members and even close friends that really don't know how to handle that. So you're going to have some people to actually kind of back up because they don't know what to say to you. They don't know how to, handle it. But then you have those few that God always gives you. And that's really, to be honest, it was really all I needed at the time, because cancer it's private and it's personal, having it. And the people that I had, which it really helped to just know that they were right there. And even the people that didn't know what to say, I still knew that they were right there. It is so important to have a base, have someone that you can talk to about it, have someone you can cry with, have someone you can scream with, that you can hit on if you need to. It's just good to have that support system. And there are so many women that do not. And I would say to any person who has a person in their family that has cancer, they need your love. They need your compassion. They need you to stay. They don't need you to walk away, because there are some who walk away at a time when a woman needs them the most. So I would say that support system is very important for you to, at least, it's like your strength. Even if you may not even know that we're holding on to your strength, and we may not know it either, but once you come out of it, you realize how important that person or those persons were to you.
Yeah, it just dawned on me as you were telling the importance of having a support system, the number of people who, for whatever reason or circumstance, don't have family here. Maybe they're not married, they're not involved in a relationship, they don't have any children, or maybe this isn't where they grew up. And they may not be connected to others who can provide that support. And I was just thinking about them. And if there's anyone listening who is in that situation or circumstance, I encourage you to reach out to Healing Stream BCA. Call 800-580-4738. 800-580-4738, extension 117, or send me a text message or Instagram message or whatever it is at Trenton 365, and let's get you connected to some other folks. You made it clear that having others around you is very important.
Yes.
And if we can get that other support for some others who don't have it, then maybe we can help save a life. And I want to go back to that line that you said earlier. Self-detection and early detection is something you can do to save your life.
That's right. It's absolutely. To save your life. It's as real as that. You check yourself. You find it yourself. Usually it's early if you check yourself. Not only check your breast, check your underarms, because sometimes it's in your lymph node. Look in the mirror at yourself, because sometimes there's a change. Just love yourself enough to check yourself so that you can save your own life.
And I want to bring it back to that whole stigma. And I know the demographics that are listening to the program right now. We got to get rid of this stigma. All right?
Yes.
Let's throw that out the window. Because that's something that someone put on others to control people. All right? Check yourself out. Because it's something simple that you can do that can save your life. We all have family, we all have friends, we got people around us who we love spending time with. If we're not here, we're doing them a disservice, especially if it's something that can be prevented, such as early detection.
Okay.
Before we finish up, I want to talk about men, because I know a lot of times, even with the marketing breast cancer, it's it's pink and it's kind of geared specifically to women, but men are contracting breast cancer and dying from breast cancer as well. So to all the men out there who are listening, or the people who have men in your life, let's not think that this is just a feminine or a woman thing. Men are dying from breast cancer as well. So just the same as we may be supportive of our spouse checking herself monthly or whatever, or someone we know, we need to do that as well. We need to check ourselves. We need to check ourselves in other parts of our body as well. So let's make sure that we do
I have
that.
a story about that. Richard Roundtree, Shaft. The older people know him, the younger may not. But he had breast cancer. And I literally heard him speak about how he saw a bump on his nipple in the shower. And he saw it strange, so he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, it's probably nothing. But, no, the doctor did say, I will biopsy just to see, but it's probably nothing. Well, when they biopsied him, it was cancer. And he said he was just so shocked when the doctor said, he didn't come back and say you have cancer. He said, he came back and said you have breast cancer. So, he said himself, men, check yourselves in the shower. Just look at yourselves, feel yourselves, because yes, men don't get it as often as women, but men do get it. And losing one person to cancer is too many. So men really should take that very seriously and do as women do. Check yourself.
Yeah, we got a couple of minutes up on the break, and again, I just want to reiterate that whole thing about this whole stigma, folks. Men, don't try to be too tough or too manly to think, it's not going to happen to me, any of that nonsense. Check yourself out, and if you got a spouse, have your spouse check you or whatever, but figure this out. I mean, there's no reason for us to be checking off at this alarming rate. You said 270,000 people this year are going to contract. Women alone are going to contract breast cancer, and 40,000 will die. That's an arena, folks.
2,600 men will contract this year.
2,600 men. Yeah. So this is some nonsense that is probably something that we can turn these numbers if we just kind of get out of our way in this whole mindset with the stigma. We've got just a few minutes left. Some final words, please.
One thing you said, Jacque. If you need a support system, please, please, please call the Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness Organization. We are here for you, and we will definitely bring the support that you require. If we can't give it to you, we will find out who will and can. The second thing I'd like to say is, I was watching BET, her channel, and their slogan for the month is, check more, fear less. And I thought that is so true. X fear out, because cancer is a very debilitating disease. And if you, like this year, our slogan is, see something, hear something, say something. We got that from the police officers and the fire department. See something, say something. And they were they partnered with us this year, and they really partnered with us. I think it's because when you have someone who is sick, who they have to come to the homes with the ambulances, the police, they see what this disease does. They literally see what the disease does. So what you should fear is what the disease might do to you. Don't fear the fact that you should go get yourself checked. If they tell you you have something, follow through. get it alleviated. Do what the doctors say. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. However, when it comes to this disease, God has given doctors and science and those other tools for us to get well. So check yourself, love God, but see the doctors, any medical things you need. And if you need medical, if you don't have insurance or whatever, contact us. We can show you routes how to get mammograms and GYN checkups, things like that.
Fantastic. Audrey Walker, I'll see you on Saturday.
I will see you there. I can't wait to see you.
Thank you for coming out.
And thank you for having me.
Sure thing. Folks, one more time. Healing Stream Breast Cancer Awareness 10th Annual 5K Walk and Run is happening on Saturday, October 13th, 2018 from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a rain date of Saturday, October 20th, 2018. This is going to take place at Cadwallader Park in Trenton, New Jersey. More information is available by calling 800-580-4738, extension 117. 800-580-4738, extension 117. Thank you for listening to the Trenton 365 show. The first segment is over, and we'll see you shortly.
Don't you worry about a thing tonight. I promise you that everything is gonna be alright. Hold your head up high, look up to the sky. Everything is gonna be alright. He's everything that you'll ever need. Alright. Just when you think it ain't, it's gonna be alright. Just call his name and you'll see what I mean. Alright. Because he loves you unconditionally. Forever, he loves you always. Don't worry, he'll be there always. And just because you had yourself a couple bad days, don't mean it's gonna be this way always. Let me tell you something, don't you worry about a thing tonight. I promise you that everything is gonna be alright. Hold your head up high, look up to the sky. Everything is gonna be alright. He's everything that you'll ever need. Alright. Just when you think it ain't, it's gonna be alright. Just call his name and you'll see what I mean. Alright. Because he loves you unconditionally. He loves you always. Don't worry, he'll be there always. And just because you had some bad days, don't mean it's gonna be this way always. Forever, he loves you always. Don't worry, he'll be there always. And just because you had yourself a couple bad days, don't mean it's gonna be this way always. No matter what you're going through, and when you don't know what to do, don't turn and run away. Fall on your knees and pray. Remember that he's with you forever. Always. Don't you worry, there always. And just because you had yourself a couple bad days, don't mean it's gonna be this way always. Forever, he loves you always. Don't worry, he'll be there always. And just because you had yourself a couple bad days, don't mean it's gonna be this way always. Forever, forever. Forever, forever. Oh, forever, forever. Huh. Forever, forever.
back to the Trenton 365 Show. I'm Jacque Howard. You can send me an email, trenton365show@gmail.com. Follow me on social media platforms, Trenton, the numbers 365. On Facebook, it's Trenton 365 Show. Twitter and Instagram, Trenton 365. And you can post your events to the Trenton 365 community calendar page on Facebook as well. So, the next person I have in the studio with me, if you listen to the program, you've probably heard her over the years come onto the show, talk about lots of different things, such as her personal story, about fitness, about exercise, and just about all around good, positive, holistic living. She's a model, an actor, an entrepreneur, fitness guru. I mean, the list goes on and on. Long-term friend, Nacone Martin. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Jacque. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm rocking, for those of you who are watching on TV, I'm rocking my Enocan Fitness gear.
It's amazing.
And I encourage you to go to the website, the Enocan Fitness Etsy website, and it's ENOCAN, and that's on Etsy. And put in Trenton 365, and you get yourself a little discount on any merchandise that you purchase there. So, Nacone, I don't want to spend too much time talking about your past. I mean, most of the people at this point have probably heard your story and so forth. But it seems as though you've always, like, it's almost like every 4 to 6 weeks, you've got something else that's happening. And I want you to talk about this new, not this new venture, but in November, what you have coming on with,
my goodness.
with this movie. I'm sorry, I'm letting the cat out the bag.
Oh my goodness. So yes, I did a movie earlier this year. It's called Souls. It's a Christian-based film. And to my surprise, it's coming to theaters for one night only, November 4th at the Lowe's Theater, Cherry Hill. I believe showtime is 7 p.m. and I have tickets. All are welcome to attend. I'm so nervous because I haven't even seen it yet, but I heard I kicked butt. So, yeah, I'm excited. So, yeah, that's what's going on with
What's
that.
This happening in November.
In November.
And your whole acting career as well as modeling, because people can see you in the Foreman Mills ads. You've been sponsored by jean manufacturers, etc. Just talk about a bit of the business, like how that's all going, and
it's going good, but the business is popping right now. So I'm fortunate enough when one thing pops, I can kind of put another thing on hold. So the modeling and the acting, I kind of put on hold for a minute to focus more on the business, because I'm like, get it while you're hot. So since the business is hot, that's where I'm spending most of my time in the lab. But the modeling and acting is there, and it's going to be there. So lately I haven't gotten really a lot of castings or any projects, and I haven't pursued anything diligently like I normally would because of the business and the personal training. I'm also training. I have 6 clients right now. So between the business and training, that's keeping me hopping. So, and I have some other ventures that I'm working on. So, yeah, coming soon. I always got something in the fire. So, but yeah, so it's a very exciting time.
And as an entrepreneur, I think a lot of times people, they just see this, like they see you appear in that you're in a movie, or you're in a commercial, or you're in a print ad, or you've got a clothing line. They just see that. They don't see the background work. You and I were together on Friday as you were making some gear for the softball tournament I was just in, and shirts came out. So big shout out to all my friends who played, Tiz, Darren, Ronnie, all those guys. And so Friday night, you're, like you said, you're in the lab. I mean, you're working, you're grinding, you're putting stuff together, coming up with different concepts.
For real.
And I think I want you to share a bit about that portion of what people don't see, because even with me, like, they just see all this stuff and they're like, oh my God, you're everywhere, you're doing all this great fun stuff, but they don't see the preparation and the scene and behind the scenes.
I mean, what I really pride myself about Enocan Fitness is everything that that you see or that you wear. I am doing that. I'm making that with my hands. A lot of stuff is custom, so I'm putting that together from the rooter to the tutor. So I'm not outsourcing it. No one is doing it for me. I know, there's other clothing lines that they have someone that does that, but typically I'm really hands-on from the designing to the making and even the packaging, because Jacque is funny, because Jacque is like, come on now, you can't be spending all this time with the packaging. And I'm like, no, because I know as a woman, when I get something in the mail, I love it to be wrapped pretty. I want it to feel like a gift. I want each woman or even a male to feel special when they open it. So I really take time, and because you only get one chance to impress, right? So I hear that a lot, that the packaging is really beautiful. So, I take a lot of pride and a lot of care and a lot of time. So, yes, Friday night while you guys are out partying, I'm in my basement working. Looking like, don't even tell them what I look like. It ain't supermodel status.
We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. But, folks, to elaborate on that story, so my first time, in the lab in the basement, I'm watching this whole process of how all this stuff is being made. And I'm just blown away because... Again, I had never seen Nacone in that setting. And as she's packaging things up, I'm like, wow, well, how much is that? And how much is that? And you're really using those bags? And in my mind, I'm thinking, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And I'm like, well, why? And she broke into that same story. Look, it's really important. And even how it's tied in, it's very well presented. And so kudos to you for doing that and sticking to that. And I hope that I never encourage you to change that model.
We tried.
Yeah,
we tried.
I did. I thought about it, but you're absolutely right. No, it's brilliant and it's beautiful. So let's talk about the gear. So you got T-shirts, you've got hoodies,
yes,
you've got tights,
yes,
you've got bags, you've got gloves, you got hats. You have mugs. I want you to talk about this whole thing with the mugs, like where this idea came from.
That's crazy. Okay, shout out to Casey, Powerhouse Digs, because what happened was I started making mugs with inspirational fitness sayings on them. Like, wake up beauty, it's time to beast, that kind of, anything that had to do with the gym that was inspiring, that a woman can just have on her desk and it would remind her to go to the gym or do something, be active or something. So my friend Casey was like, hey, you're making these mugs, make me a Cowboys mug. So I was like, okay, and he was like, put my name on it. So I researched it, I did it, it came out pretty good, and of course Casey's very popular, he posted it, and it just went nuts. It went through the roof. So I did Cowboys, and I introduced the Eagles, and then I introduced the Steelers and the Giants. So that's the whole mug frenzy, and I make mugs like every day.
So the last couple times, like I'm over here thinking that I'm doing some stuff, repping the brand, talking about it, sharing it on social media, wearing the gear to the gym and all that other stuff. I go into the lab and I'm like, what are these mugs? Like, there's more mugs happening than actual gear right now.
Yeah, it's a switch. And then from that, I don't even know. Shout out to Jenny Scott Brown, because Jenny was like, Nacone, she's a huge cowboy fan, probably the biggest female cowboy fan I know of, and she loves the bling and she loves glitter and rhinestones. She was like, I want a shirt, put your logo on it, but make it sparkly, make it like representative of the Dallas Cowboys. So I did that for her. We posted it. It went nuts, and you saw what happened. So now I have these sweatshirts for all the teams, all the same teams, and I'm so swamped because I started with the Cowboys. I gravitated to the Eagles, and the Giants are waiting for me. And I'm so swamped, I can't even get to the Giants. Hopefully by this weekend, though. But it's a blessing, and it's, but it takes time because, like I said, each sweatshirt is designed and custom made by me, and a lot of people don't realize this, but each sweatshirt probably takes me about an hour to an hour and a half to make because of all the detail and everything that I have to do. So it's a slow process, but it's all good.
It turns out well, and your clients and customers are very pleased. I know the gear that I have, I always get compliments on it. It fits well, it washes well, does well, etc. We're just about up on a break, and I'm speaking with Nacone Martin. I've got to come up with one word that kind of encompasses everything that you do, but it's going to be difficult. But I encourage folks to check her out. She's a model, actress, entrepreneur, and you can find her on Etsy. Her clothing line is called Enocan Fitness, which is her name spelled backwards. And we're going to talk a bit about the brand name and some of the motivational things that she's doing as well. And we'll do that after a very short break. You're listening and watching the Trenton 365 show, and we'll be back after that short break.
On Friday, October 19th at 7 p.m., the New Holy Cross Church of Christ presents their 8th annual pastoral celebration with special guest, legendary gospel preacher Bishop Rance Allen, as well as Dr. M.H. Russell and the Musicians for Christ. Also, check out the Holy Cross Worship and Praise group. It's a free will offering. There will be food and there will be vendors. Friday, October 19th at 7 p.m. at 500 East State Street in Trenton. For more information, call 609-251-2742. 609-251-2742. Bishop Rance Allen, Dr. M.H. Russell and Musicians for Christ at New Holy Cross Church, Friday, October 19th at 7 p.m.
And welcome back to the Trenton 365 show. You can send me an email, Trenton, the numbers 365, and the word show at gmail.com. Now, I say that because this is kind of like, it's interactive. I appreciate people mentioning me on social media and saying stuff to me in public. That's great. And that's even for the people who don't agree with the guests that I have on the program or with some of the things that I believe in. But that's cool, because I think that the whole impetus behind building a better community is to have communication, better communication, dialogue. And I prefer to have that over a meal or drinks or something like that across the table. We can talk to each other, get to know each other, and realize that we're all human beings and we're all in this together. And for us to build that better community, we need to start accepting and respecting each other for where we are, who we are, and what we're doing, all within the parameters of the rules, of course. So I say that to lead right into my relationship and friendship with the lovely, talented Nacone Martin, who is a model, an actress, an entrepreneur, and her fitness line, Enocan Fitness, which I'm proud to represent. I encourage you to do an internet search on Etsy for Enocan Fitness, which is Nacone spelled backwards. And then when you go to make your purchase, type in Trenton 365 or my name. We'll figured. I think I did that wrong, right?
Welcome, Jacque.
Welcome, Jacque.
Welcome, Jacque.
Sorry. Welcome, Jacque.
Yes.
Welcome, Jacque. See, I messed that all up. All right, that should be a hashtag, I think. Welcome, Jacque. Okay. And then you can get yourself a discount on some of this wonderful merch. And then I'm going to be helping Nacone with doing some more promoting and stuff like that. And we're going to maybe do something cool. And I was going to mention this to you Friday night, but we got tied up with some other stuff. Enocan Fitness around the world. I mean, some of the folks who travel often will wear Enocan Fitness gear and pose on the beach in Mexico or be at someplace else or be in the city. So we're going to try to make this brand explode internationally because of the motto and what it represents. And Nacone, I want you to take a couple of minutes and share about, I know I'm going to put you on the spot, but share about, the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Why you work out, and your tagline, please.
Yes. So my slogan is, I know I can, which I really believe in it so much that I even had it tattooed on my bicep as a daily reminder. And basically my story is just someone that was bullied, suicidal at one point in her life, had no self-esteem, no real sense of self. Didn't know what direction my life was going in. I always had a dream, but didn't have the courage to pursue it. Listened to all the people who told me I couldn't do this, I wasn't going to be that. And ultimately, I believed it. And I was in a dark place for a while, which nobody knew. So I had a friend that said, hey, why don't you come to the gym and try working out? Because the other thing was I was teased for my body type. I was skinny, flat-chested, acne, braces, glasses, a hot mess. So He said, come to the gym, work out, and maybe you can feel better about yourself. And throughout the gym, it took a while because nothing happens overnight. But within a few months, I started to see my body change, and I was very proud of that because I'm like, wow, I can shape my body. I'm in control. With that came a better mindset, came confidence. I had developed a great friendship and camaraderie with bodybuilders in the gym who were like pros and champions, and they were very encouraging. And with that, I was able to finally get the confidence to pursue my dream because that gym life taught me so much. And I always say fitness really saved my life because it made me feel better about myself. I could finally look in the mirror and really like who I was. It gave me the confidence to go out here and pursue, my dreams. And, that's why I always pay homage to fitness. And I always say, modeling is my first love, but I really think fitness is, because it's really that deep and that special. And my message is too, I just like helping other people, especially, I don't discriminate, but especially African American women. A lot of us are out of shape. So if I can help one woman get in shape, whether they come work out with me or I offer them advice about a better diet or a workout plan, oh my God, that just fills my heart. I love that. So I get off of that. And also, I just want to give a shout out to my cousin, Body by Kenya Gilliam. I know I said your last name wrong, but I love her. She's also a beast, and she's helped me so much in my fitness journey. So I love and appreciate her.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Kenya? We had a chance to spend some time chatting at an event where you were honored along with Veenie Stansberry from here at WIMG and others through a Skip Bailey event. So why don't you share a bit about that?
Oh my gosh, yes, I was honored. It was called Be Unstoppable. And hey, Skip Bailey, thank you so much. I love you, Skip. I give kudos to Skip because he, in my opinion, was the one who started me in the industry by approaching me when I had no confidence and insecure, I believe, on the playground or the field of Moody Park, and said, hey, you ever think about modeling, or anybody ever tell you should be a model? And I was like, why, yes, yes, they have. And then that started the relationship with Skip, and I went on to model for him for 10 plus years. But, the awards dinner was just about someone, I guess, that has really just accomplished a lot and just unstoppable in pursuing their dreams and, doing what they believe they were set out to do. I knew when I was young, when we were in high school, in our first fashion show together, I knew right then that I wanted to be a model. I knew before then. So, so it's pretty cool.
I think I have that videotape in my mom's house. I got to see if I can find it. I think the song was Moments in Love.
Yes. It was still one of my all-time favorite songs, and probably the longest song in history.
I'm telling you.
I think it's 13 minutes long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I got tired of listening to it. I'm going to go back to something that you had said about empowering women. And we were together at R.E.A.C.H Fitness, and a woman came up to you at R.E.A.C.H who had seen you around but didn't know you.
Yeah.
And was in the gym but wanted to come over and introduce herself to you and to tell you, what you're doing and how it's motivating her. What does that feel like?
Amazing. I can't tell you how appreciative and how blessed I feel when women say, hey, you inspired me, or hey, I want to look like you, or hey, I started working out because of you, or hey, all the videos you post I watch. I mean, I can't even tell you how that makes me smile. Remember when she walked away, we were just giggles, and I was like, oh my God, I can't even believe it. And I'm getting that a lot. I get women inbox me regularly. I used to do videos a lot from my home, and I stopped doing them because my camera phone was crap. And I've had so many women say to me, when are you going to do that again? I actually follow those routines. I still have it. I refer back to it. And I'm just like, what? So I'm happy to say I got a brand new iPhone, so the videos will be popping soon. So but it's amazing, Jacque. It's amazing, especially from where I was to being that insecure, hating myself, hating my body type to now, and being able to teach women and show women, hey, you too can be in shape. And I know I can. It's all about, it's never too late to begin, like in anything, with a dream, or especially in fitness. Like, you can start tomorrow, like it's one day at a time. So as long as you're doing something every day, then that's amazing. You're balling out, so yay.
So when I edit this, I think I'm going to turn that into a little infomercial. That last statement that you made, I think that was spot on. I say that, folks.
He's always working. He's always working.
Yeah, I mentioned it Cohen before she was coming on. I was like, hey, look, I want you to put together a piece so we can do a little commercial and stuff like that. She was like, I don't even know what to say. Well, I think I found it.
But hold up, I got to take a time out, and I have to thank Jacque, because I think a lot of you know, but if you don't, he has agreed to come on to Enocan Fitness as a brand ambassador, and he is doing an amazing job. So thank you, Jacque. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to also Vance Harlan, who is very instrumental in the brand. I could not do this without you guys. You guys are definitely the wind beneath my wings, and you allow me to do what I love best, which is creating, and you guys do all the other work. So I really appreciate you. You've been such a blessing. And thank you to the Mercer County softball team. Oh my God, that was crazy. Thank you guys. So Jacque did that too.
Cohen, so thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I appreciate about Enocan Fitness, and folks, you can go to the website. It's an Etsy site, Enocan, ENOCAN. You can go there, and then all the products are on there. When you started this, you intentionally wanted to make sure that this was accessible to everybody.
Yes.
So you can get from small to 5X.
Yes.
And why was that important to you?
Because I had a lot of women and men say, oh, fitness clothes don't come in my size. Like, a lot of times I've noticed too with some garments, they stop at an XL. So I really work hard. I mean, I can't supply every size and every garment, of course, but for the most part, I work really hard. So I've outfitted 5X and 4X, men, and 3X women, and that's great. And then I have people say to me, well, I can't wear your stuff because I don't work out. But that's not true. It's all about the feeling. I know I can. Whatever challenge you're having, you know what I mean? Even, I don't know if I couldn't do this. I couldn't get up and go to the grocery store, but you did it. It was a challenge. You did it. It's all about just putting your best foot forward and doing something every day. So, yes. And it's a lifestyle kind of sort of brand, you know what I mean? So, and I try to make my stuff pretty and functional. So you can go to the gym in it, or you can go to the mall in it. I've grocery shopped in my stuff. I've been to the movies in my stuff, and I wore my stuff out with heels to a party. So, it's versatile. And a lot of women and men are telling me that. Like, I've seen people at white parties with my brand on. That's amazing, right? And then I've seen them in the gym. It's amazing.
Yep. And and I also want to say that you've given me the freedom to come up with different ideas, and one of the things is interjecting the stuff that I'm passionate about, like biking.
Yes.
And we're going to see some Enocan Fitness biking gear soon.
Yes.
We're going to work on some functionality in shorts and some other things, and we got to step the baseball cap game up. And skateboarding, of course. Absolutely. Capital City Skate Park and so forth. But we've got about 2 minutes left, Cone.
Wait a minute. See, that's the Jacque way. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did he? You see that? Did he just throw shade at my baseball caps? That's a side story.
Yeah, right? we'll talk about the baseball caps later. So we literally got about 90 seconds left. I wanted to again say thank you for everything that you're doing, and to encourage you to keep doing it. I'd like for you to say some inspirational words to the listening and viewing audience.
Oh wow, I just want to say, especially with fitness, hey, there's so many people that say I want to, but I don't have the time, or I have kids, or I'm tired. Just do a little bit every day. I just had some women come to me before I came here. They're nurses. They work doubles. They work night shifts, but they carved out 30 minutes to come to the gym. And I'm not one of those trainers who is going to charge you out the behind. It's not about me making money. It's about giving back and making that person feel good, feel special, and making them realize that they too can, be in shape or live a better or healthier lifestyle. So I just want to tell everybody that start today. It's a process. Take it one day at a time. If you make a mistake, if you eat that cheesecake that you didn't want to eat, don't beat yourself up. Just start over tomorrow. Do a little bit or do something every day.
That's fantastic. Nacone Martin, I love you as always. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and we'll see you on Saturday. We're going to be at the BCA Healing Stream BCA Walk on Saturday. If you want to be a part of the Enocan Fitness team, we got some specialty merch that'll be available. You can send me an email. Well, contact me or Nacone on our social media sites, Enocan Fitness or Trenton 365. Have a great night, folks, and we'll see some of you on Saturday.